Hello, this is Ruben with A1 BizCom on our first edition of Quick Byte with Ruben. Our goal in this series is to show you a piece of technology we feel would be beneficial in your business. On this Quick Byte, we'll be taking a look at RingCentral. Let's hop right in. So this is the RingCentral application that I have pulled up. One thing I want you to keep in mind as I'm showing you the different features on this application is that it's the same across all of your devices. So whether we're talking about Windows or Macintosh, iPhone or Android, tablet or cell phone, all of the features that I'm going to go through right here are available across those devices. So at ground level, it's a phone system. So you can see I can dial a phone number and I can make a call right from this application. One of the good features that RingCentral has is being able to choose the caller ID that you want to show on the other end. So as long as you own that phone number and it's attached to your organization, you can show that caller ID when you dial out. So you can see I make a call right here, and inside of this window, I'm able to accomplish some of the features that traditionally were only on a desk phone, like your keypad, mute, add another party, transfer it to another extension, put the call on hold, flip it to my desk phone or to one of my other devices. As I make phone calls, my global call log right here will be updated. So whether I'm making the phone call from my cell phone, from my laptop, from my desktop, or any of the devices where I'm signed in, this is my global call log. And on each one of these entries, I'm able to send a text message to that phone number, call them back, block them, or delete that entry altogether. Voicemail is very similar to your cell phone where you have visual voicemail. I can listen to these messages, and again, the same options. I can text them, I can call them back, mark it as unread, download the MP3 file, block the caller altogether, or delete the entry. One of the differentiators for RingCentral as far as text messaging goes is you're able to do SMS and MMS messaging inside of text messaging. And that extends to group messaging as well. So you can see right here that I'm text messaging somebody using SMS and then all of a sudden send a picture. All of those will go through seamlessly using the RingCentral platform. Faxing is very similar. People can fax message me using my private number and I would see these messages right here. I can view the message, I can mark it as unread, download the PDF, block the caller, or delete the entry altogether. If I wanted to send a fax, I can just compose fax, type in the phone number, drag and drop the file, hit send, and it goes right out. Recordings, if I have recording enabled on my account, I can come in here and I can look at all the recordings that have been done from my extension. Same options again, I can call it, I can download it, block the caller, or delete the entry altogether. Next up, we have contacts down here. So contacts are my company contacts that belong to my organization. This especially helps when onboarding new employees if there's a contact list that every employee needs to have. As they come on as an employee, they're going to see these company contacts. The next thing we're going to move over to is analytics. So every extension, or every account rather, with RingCentral will have analytics where I'm able to look at the health of my organization from the messaging platform to the video platform and even my phone calls. So inside of each of these options, I have different date ranges that I can choose, and I have different KPIs, key performance indicators that I can choose to look at. So inside here, I can look at how many calls, how many inbound, how many outbound, missed calls, who's making the most calls, my busiest days, my busiest hours. If I wanted to drill down even further, I can come to performance reports, and based on a particular date range, I can choose a user to take a look at those phone calls. So if I open up Amelia's phone calls, I can see all the calls that she made in the last 7 days up here. And if I open one of the calls, I can see the call path. So I can see the call rang for 11 seconds, Amelia talked for 6 seconds, put it on hold for 32 seconds, Benjamin picked it up, talked for 2 minutes and 10 seconds and hung up. This is very helpful when looking for different information on calls. Another differentiator is the quality of service option down here. So I can look at the last 7 days of all the calls that have come into my organization, and I can look at the good calls, the bad calls, and I can drill down to those individual calls to see where the issue may lie, whether it's inside or outside of the organization, whether it's a cell phone call or some problem with my Wi-Fi. I'm able to see those issues right here on the analytics section. As far as administration of the phone system goes, the phone system is completely self-administered. So if you wanted to come in as an admin to the phone system, you can change every aspect of your phone system, whether that's business hours, company greeting, an auto attendant, different users where I can come in and I can change as I have employee turnover. Everything is open for me to do. And there's a very good support system behind all of the settings that are in here. So whether it's tutorials where I watch a video how to accomplish a task, or I can come down here and I can chat live with a RingCentral agent on something that I'm trying to accomplish. Very user-friendly. This is meant to be end user facing. It's not an administrator level where you need certain certifications in order to administer your phone system. So that becomes very helpful. As we come back over to the RingCentral application, one other feature that we have is RingCentral Video. So inside of RingCentral Video, this is similar to many of the other meeting applications that are in the market today. So I can immediately start a meeting that is just audio, that is audio and video, audio, video, and screen sharing, or any one of those combinations. I can start it live if I need to have a meeting with somebody immediately, or I can schedule this into the future. And as I schedule it, as long as I have my Office 365 or Google account attached to my RingCentral account, as I hit schedule meeting, it'll open up my Outlook and immediately put it on my calendar. And I can invite attendees to join that meeting into the future. Again, if I have this attached to my calendar, I can see all of my meetings for my upcoming events. And if I have a meeting coming up or right now, I'll be able to choose connect to meeting and I'll be right into that meeting. Every extension in your account with RingCentral gets a 100-party RingCentral video meeting. So you can, if you have 10 extensions on your system, then you can have 10 100-party meetings happening at any given time. So that's a lot of users. The most powerful part of RingCentral, I believe, is this messaging application down here. So I'm going to show you right here how we use it. Right here is our A1 BizCom Tech Chat. And inside here, you can see our different users inside of the group. Again, at ground level, this is just a chat. So we're over here, we're talking about different locations and different jobs that are going on. One of the more important parts is tasking. So inside here, you can see that there are tasks that are created here at our office for what needs to happen. And as the technicians go out on site, they attach pictures and responses inside of this task. So if there are tasks that across your organization need to be accomplished, you're able to do that inside of this application. This becomes especially helpful for people who have a dispersed workforce and people who work all different times of the day and night. So I can create tasks at 3 in the morning for somebody to start working on at 8 in the morning. Inside of the group, I'm also able to isolate the links that have been shared inside of the group or all of the files that have been shared inside of the group. One other advantage is to be able to create notes. These are frequently referenced documents that are inside of the group. So for instance, I have timesheet entries here. Every time one of my technicians goes to a job site and leaves, we require them to create a timesheet entry. They can easily refer back to this in case they have any questions on how we want them to create their timesheet entry. So this becomes especially helpful for quickly referenced documents, prices, notes, where the user will not have to engage with somebody in the office every time that something happens. They're able to access these notes quickly and take care of those tasks efficiently. The other part right here is pinned messages. So any one of these messages, I can hit pin and I can reference that into the future. So if there's something that right here, for instance, I need to refer back to, this was on April 9th, then I have that as a highlight right here. So rather than having to scroll up until I find that message, I can click it, it'll take me right to the message, and I can look at the context above and below that message that I have pinned. So I hope this was beneficial for me showing the RingCentral application. There are many, many other integrations and features that are inside of this application. And I hope if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. You can visit us online by just searching A1 BizCom. If not, this is Quick Byte with Ruben. See you next time.